Hey everyone, this week I'm going to focus on what's happening in the office market. While the performance of office assets is, of course, important to office real estate investors, it's also relevant to all other property types. Where people work influences where they live, where they shop, and the activities they participate in. So what's happening with office properties can influence most other types of commercial real estate. Now, the Marcus & Millichap research team is putting the finishing touches on the 2025 office investment forecast, which should be available in the next couple weeks. Hopefully that publication, which covers 50 different metros as well as major national trends, will be a valuable resource for investors. As everyone is well aware, the pandemic had a tremendous impact on office space demand. A lot of people who had been commuting to the office every day transitioned to working from home, and many relocated to completely different cities. Even after the pandemic ended, working from home either full-time or in a hybrid format has continued for many. And that has weighed on office space demand, driving the vacancy rate from 12.2% at the end of 2019 to a record high 17.1% as of the first quarter of 2024. But it looks like we may have hit a turning point. Office absorption moved into positive territory in the second quarter of 2024 with a net 11.4 million square feet of space being filled. In the third quarter, an additional 26 million square feet was absorbed and nearly 29 million square feet was occupied in the fourth quarter. That brought the national vacancy rate down by 40 basis points to 16.7%. And I believe the momentum will carry through 2025. More and more companies are instituting back to work policies, ranging from requiring employees to be in the office 5 days a week like Amazon and numerous financial institutions, to more stringently enforced hybrid policies. Yes, many companies still offer broad flexibility and some have shifted to full-time remote work for all employees. But the trend has shifted and that's showing up in the office space demand metrics. Now, not all office properties are benefiting to the same degree. The office vacancy rate in the central business district of primary markets has fallen by 50 basis points from the first quarter of 2024. At the same time, the suburban vacancy rate in the secondary markets has only fallen by 10 basis points. The Class A vacancy rate across the U.S. has come down by 60 basis points, while the combined Class B and C vacancy rate has fallen by just 30 basis points. But nonetheless, the momentum has shifted. Vacancies have fallen in the suburbs and in downtown areas, in major gateway markets, and in tertiary markets, but by varying degrees. 6 metros have a lower vacancy rate today than they did at the end of 2019, before the pandemic. West Palm Beach's office vacancy rate is 20 basis points below where it was prior to the pandemic. The New Haven Fairfield area vacancy has fallen by 40 basis points, as has the Riverside San Bernardino office market. That metro has the lowest office vacancy rate in the country at just 8.1%. Miami's vacancy rate now stands 60 basis points below its pre-pandemic level. Charleston's vacancy rate is down by 80 basis points, and Las Vegas's office vacancy rate is 180 basis points lower than it was at the end of 2019. So while the media continues to reiterate the challenges of the office market, we are beginning to see green shoots of recovery. And for investors, that may present a significant opportunity. No, I'm not suggesting everyone jump into office property investment. This is definitely a property class where knowledge, experience, and relationships in the industry matter a lot. And financing office properties is still challenging. But on average, office property cap rates have increased by about 120 basis points in the last couple years to the 8% range, with many assets offering yields even higher than that. So the combination of higher yields with what appears to be a changing performance climate may offer investors a higher return opportunity. Granted, there's likely greater risk associated with that return, but catching a structural shift in the market can deliver outsized returns. For investors in other property types, the recovery of office assets in local markets can signal changing local migration patterns that will influence the demand for housing and retail and self-storage and hotels. So, office performance can be the tripwire signal that tells you when a local market is beginning to shift. And that is something investors always need to monitor as they keep their eyes on the horizon.